to be upset.
Push the button.
Including Jack.
The pictures tell the story. This life had many shades. I'd wake up every morning, and before I'd start each day, I'd take a drag from last night's cigarette that smoldered in its tray. Down a little something, then be on my way.
What up, guys? Hey, listen, I still love this. This is my favorite text we get every week from the same individual. Try to figure out who it is. We're going to play a game. What time is the show tonight?
I told him in the chat.
We all tell him every week. And then my favorite thing is we get
he needs
OMW.
an ETA. He doesn't need.
I gave him an ETA today.
You did. Long? I saw that.
Okay, cool. I missed it in the chat.
I will take Mark as the answer.
What is Mark? We're doing like Jeopardy. What is Mark?
But he's on his
What
way.
is Mark?
I know it's what I just said there, Rob. I said, and then he puts on my way. Are we supposed to just wait for him? Do we need? You know what? Let's have him start. Let's have him start picking the times we start our shows.
That's a good idea.
And then every time we just go, when he goes, "What time's show?" Go, "I don't know. What time do you want the show to
Tell us.
Anyway, guys, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm having some Act 9, Scene 5, Midwinter Night drama. And yes, the Taylor Swift tickets right now, they are molesting the hell out of secondary. I seen some in New York that were over $33,000.
No,
crap. Nice.
No.
And by the way, I wouldn't ever go pay. You couldn't pay me to go see her.
No,
I just don't like her music.
I don't either. But you could pay me. I mean, let's talk numbers. You know.
Well, I mean, it had to be like.
I put up with a lot of shit for money, so like, I'm just saying, like, let's negotiate, all right?
But yeah, $20 is $20, right?
Well, $20 is $20.
I'm just like, how much Alabama Slammer can I buy with
that? You'd get some white sauce. But anyway, hey guys, how's everything?
David's ready to do something strange for some change.
There's a glory hole somewhere.
What's funny is right before the show came on, it was like our 3 viewers. Well, wait a minute, time out here. If she's a midget, that's totally different. But still not worth 33 million.
It's a little person. Come on, people.
Is it little people?
It's a little person.
But when I look it up on Pornhub, it says midgets.
That's not very nice.
Yeah, that's prescriptive.
It's a little.
Are you trying to say that's not right?
Yes.
I'm not even. There you go.
Yeah, we people.
We people.
There you go.
Is it we people?
It can be. Yeah, it should be.
It's not you people.
What do you mean?
And this is our resident PhD over here.
Well, I mean, first of all,
doesn't it make you worry?
In the last,
you're like, wait, he's gonna wait. Are people with PhDs dumb? I don't know. Like, I'm worried.
That's not what it is. And
I'm
by the way,
with you. Relax.
There's Marky Mark. Hey,
there he is.
Hey, our show starts at 7:04, bro, Central Standard Time.
He's like,
He ain't got a sound going yet.
Oh shoot.
Oh Jesus.
Jesus.
So that brings up an interesting conversation that John's saying right there, the Iceman. I wonder if you'd have a much expanded search on like X Hamster, Pornhub, or whatever if you put we people.
I don't know. There's your assignment for tonight.
Somebody
check it out for us and report back.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm not going to type in little people because I'm telling you, I don't want to look at what I feel would probably be nothing but children pop up or people that look like children, and I would not feel comfortable with that nonsense.
No,
and that's all you need.
That's called a toddler. Take it easy.
God. Oh man, that's horrible. Oh, fucking eyes hurt from the inside.
I realize I have it right. My eyes hurt from the inside.
This whole show's fucked.
Inside my head.
Yeah, moving on.
Well, now we have Mark here. You want to stop it and start over?
I think Mark's frozen.
Mark is
I think Mark is
Yeah, I
frozen
think
too.
he's
But
frozen.
what's
Oh,
awesome is he's frozen like that.
He's doing the. Oh man.
Yeah, because he hasn't blinked since he joined. So
Maybe he's just really good at not blinking.
Mark, if you're in trouble, blink twice.
Maybe he's playing Smiles. Maybe he's playing
Blink.
Smiles right
Oh.
now.
There he is.
I did that.
Uh,
I can't even put him back in the stream. I popped him out and he won't come back. Oh well. He's gonna figure that
just
out.
so we
Technical
know,
difficulties.
just for those wondering about the diversity here, just realized my hands were up here and it was David that dropped out the other black man. Just saying.
Oh man.
Uh-huh.
Lord.
He's technically in there now. If you highlight over it, there's a little box, but it's like there's nothing in the
So you're
box.
telling me the really dark square is him? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I
No,
don't
that's
feel
that,
comfortable.
that was
That's
that was your
sound good,
verbiage,
brother.
sir.
Next
What's
thing you're
that?
going to ask is
Oh
he
my
going to
God.
smile so we can see him? Is that what you're going to
Oh,
ask?
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Okay, so
Wow.
on that note,
Great show, guys. It's been a lot of fun.
Thanks to-
We're gonna see you guys
thanks to my
next
boy
week.
Gino, I am drinking some new Riff Rye tonight.
Nice.
Let's try to get
How
this
is
train
that?
wreck back on the rails. Let's give it a shot.
What do you
Hey,
think of
there's
that?
another Marky
Mark.
Mark. Marky Mark's beside Marky Mark.
Am I?
Jesus.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh shit!
Okay, so this new Riff Rye is surprisingly good. I didn't have any judgments or prejudge it at all. The new Riff, I think maybe a year and a half ago, I had when it first kind of hit the market, at least here. I wasn't a fan of it. I actually used it to spritz my barbecue. It wasn't a drain pour, but I used it to spritz my barbecue, and it worked out well. But the rye is surprisingly good.
Mhm.
And Gino, I just popped it tonight.
Sweet.
Wanted to do it on the show. It is very good. Like David said, I'm probably going to rough this bottle up too. I'm not going to even lie.
Man, that
Oh,
last
and-
one,
and by the
you
way,
molested
Billy,
it.
By
Talk
the
to me,
way,
brother.
that old Ezra you were looking for,
Uh-huh.
it'll be sailing your way for too long.
Nice. Thank you.
I should get my
Yeah.
hands on it this weekend, but then I'm on vacation for a week.
Which
and
one did you want, Billy?
The old Ezra 7 rye.
Oh, the 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the rye.
Mhm.
Yeah.
PA just they just got in a bunch of old Ezra cask strength and the Rebel cask strength.
Really?
Yeah.
Has anyone tried the Rebel cast strength?
No, I haven't had it.
What did
How
you
is
think,
it?
Rob?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I really enjoy a lot of the Lux Rose stuff that's coming out. So
What is it? What is it going for up there, Rob?
It was $59.99.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. If you can get your hands on a bottle, let me know. I'll Venmo you.
All right. Well, you don't need to do that shit, man. We talked about that. But I am tonight. I'll go with what I'm drinking tonight next, boys. I'm
Sure.
doing a little Penelope
Oh,
toasted.
Penelope Club.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
This is,
toasted barrel is freaking fantastic.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
It's the PA Select bottle.
Nice.
Fine wines and good spirits selection. But it's very tasty. I wanted something a little smoky, a little oaky tonight, so yeah, toasted barrel it was.
That does sound good tonight.
Nice.
Being colder than shit everywhere but Florida.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
It's that bullshit.
I'll
Cold
go
and
next.
KC?
Might as well. The old reliable, old tub.
Old tub.
Nice.
Nothing wrong with it.
What'd you pay for it?
It's a good
$29, something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, I
bought
think
this
it's
a
really
while
decent
ago.
for $29.
Yeah.
I remember we
I
talked
know why
about
you like it too, because it's got like a cherry flavor to it.
I remember we talked about that about one of our introducing people to the Bourbon World shows, and that was a big hit.
Yeah.
Still is, still easy to get. and the price is still the same. I know we're gonna talk about that later on tonight, but
It's $18.99 here in PA.
Well, then, fucking great. I don't know what to tell you. It's not here.
Just say it's $18.99 here in PA.
okay.
Got all them sour
All right.
grapes.
Hey,
All right.
I'll jump in there next.
Who's next? Yeah.
We got the Smokehouse straight rye. Delicious stuff. Was able to get my hands on it finally last week, and I saved it for this evening. Haven't quite nailed down the flavors that I'm experiencing on it. I'm getting kind of a fruity flavor at the beginning of it, kind of almost like a pear, but not quite. And then that kind of morphs into almost like if you remember a bit of honey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And it goes in a bit of honey, and then, of course, the nice peppery finish on it. But it delicious. It was worth the wait for that. And if I get the opportunity, I'll get another one of those.
Nice. Sounds like a wild ride on the palate.
Oh, it is.
With
It's
those
delicious
light and
stuff.
fruities and the honey.
Yep.
and-
I mean,
and then
you
the
get
pepper on the
that fruity flavor, and it's kind of subtle because I can't really place the fruit. It's almost, I would say, like pear flavored.
Yeah.
But not
That's cool.
100% sure on that. But it's subtle, and you can hit it right off the bat.
Well, it's your own palate too. Somebody else might get something different.
Somebody's going to taste something different.
If you
But
get pear, you get pear.
hey,
that's cool.
I think it's funny that even with earphones, we still hear Rob.
That was not me.
Was that you,
Not
Mark?
me.
I'm doing a quick check of who's got headphones
Nope.
on.
Rob was like, the
Wasn't
fuck
me.
it is.
You know.
It ain't
Oh,
me.
no.
If
Fuck
you've got
it
if you've
is.
got a microphone out and you've got something on here that's going to make noise, it'll pick it up.
it's all good.
I never even turn my ringer on ever.
No,
Yeah,
neither do
don't
I.
either.
I mean, I'm like, if you want to talk to me,
You'll only hear mine when I'm on one of my Apple devices.
Hmm.
Which
I never did the whole like buy all the custom ringtones and whatever because it's like I'm not going to have my phone ring because that bothers me when my phone rings. And I have
Oh,
to
it
hear
bothers me too. I don't
Yeah.
like to hear a phone ring at all. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even have it on vibrate. I'll just look at my phone. If it's sitting on my
If you
desk,
happen to
it's
see
normally
it when
yeah. If I happen to see it and it's ringing, we're good to go. If I don't, I'll call you back if I want to
Listen.
talk to you.
Listen, sometime I watch it ring.
Every time I call, because you always call right back.
I was about to say, yeah.
Makes me giggle every time. I'm like, I don't know why I don't
Some
even
reason-
know why I let it ring more than twice because I'm like, you'll just call me right back. And
Yeah.
every time you do.
I like the chase. I like it when you chase me, Big Daddy.
Mm.
It's true.
Oh, God.
Just
Okay.
because I
Came
came out
close
as
that time.
came
It was
out as a
close.
non-binary.
You know it, baby.
But I told you I'm not going to do that part.
Listen,
I just want
remind
the
me
benefits that come with being non-binary.
never to get drunk by any of you Yahoo. It's gonna end bad.
Well, you gotta get drunk around us.
Well, not only that, we'd have to use a silver marker to write on your face.
You can.
Oh,
I mean, that's not bad. That's true.
yeah.
This coming from the person who failed the test today.
Yeah. How many times did you take that test?
And you had to cheat.
No wonder.
I didn't cheat. It didn't say I couldn't make copies of everything.
No.
And he just openly admitted that on
So
the
much
internet.
You're lucky
I'm just
nobody
saying,
watches
but
this.
Oh man.
Oh my
Chuck,
god.
what you drinking, brother? I know
Yeah.
you got a Penelope. Tell us what you're drinking, brother.
Yeah, I'm drinking Penelope Valencia. It's straight bourbon whiskey finished in Vino de Naranja cast, basically from Spain. And it is 97 proof, and it's their Cooper series. I really like it a lot. It's got a lot of orange in it, like orange rind. And on the nose, there's a specific something on the nose that I just can't pin down, but it just reminds me of something, that from my past, and I just can't narrow it down. But eventually, once I get into it, I'll remember it later on. But yeah, it's very good. I was glad I was looking for this one, and finally dropped today, along with several other things.
We saw your picture there.
Mhm.
Some good stuff in there.
Yeah, it was a pretty good day. you know.
Chuck's pictures always look like the inside of a bourbon vault that the government hides somewhere. It's so much good shit. But Chuck, let me ask you: is that
Yeah.
the first time you've had that particular offering?
What, the Valencia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so here's my question: when you're trying something that you've never had, do you have a particular thing you do to taste something that you've never had before, so you can get the taste of it? Things like that. Do you do anything, any particular order?
I do. I have a basic, like, strict regimen that I follow no matter what, though. If I'm doing it for tasting,
okay,
and I'm drinking, to get some notes on it, not just to drink. If I'm just drinking, then, I won't do what I usually do. But yeah, there are. Are you interested in hearing some of them, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Basically, it's one of those things where you have to prepare your palate. So it's, brush your teeth, a few hours before, do all the dental stuff and all that. I typically don't eat prior to tasting. So, that helps a lot, because sometimes food can skew the taste of things.
Absolutely.
Even drinking other than water. I'll just drink water most of the time prior to. And, they're just a few of the things that I do.
Okay. No, and I totally get that with, tasting something for the first time. Cheese can change the palate, fruit, and believe it or not, barbecue, especially if it has a heavy smoke to it, it's something that can linger with you for quite a while.
Sure.
So I definitely understand that. That's good to know, because a lot of people don't understand. Sometimes they may taste something and they may feel like they don't like to drink the bourbon, whatever it is that they're tasting, not realizing something else altered their palate before they tasted it.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like that whole thing where you brush your teeth and then you drink orange juice. You get that metallic. There's really nothing wrong with the orange juice. It's just that you brush your teeth before, so it causes an effect. All right, good to know.
Yeah, see, that's where I wouldn't even have thought to brush my teeth before I do a tasting, because I'd be afraid of the toothpaste adulterating my palate.
Well, that's why you do it a few hours prior.
Well,
okay. Yeah, so I don't know about a few hours, but a while, and drink water.
Yeah,
like that. You kind of
cleanse an hour.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, if you're going to be doing a tasting of, say, maybe 5 or 6 selections, once all that is done, do you have a regiment to kind of finish things off afterwards, or it's just kind of a whatever you want?
Finish things off meaning?
Well, like after you had the tasting, do you go back and clean your palate again after that, or you don't have any particular regiment after you finish doing like a tasting of something?
Well, during if I'm doing multiple things, I'll drink water in between, and that's it. No crackers, nothing like that, like certain people mention. Just basically water, and most of the time it's either bottled water or my filtered water from the house, because we have a pretty elaborate water filtration system that I built in, and it actually rivals bottled water. It's actually better than bottled water at times.
Very cool.
Nice.
Hey,
Mark, I want
to ask you, what are you drinking, man?
So, I am drinking Kansas City's own Tom's Town. This is the double oak. Chuck, I'm going to get that damn bottle out to you in the next couple days.
I picked this one up today.
Is that a mini?
Is that
like a 375?
Actually, a 200. So I killed most of it last year, but I got some this year.
200, that's a city.
Yeah,
if you're,
I couldn't do all last night, but I got the show. So, and I'll probably crack open. I bought a 2 ounce of the Fiddler Georgia Hardwood, one of my picks.
Nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah, Chuck, I'm gonna get the damn bottle out.
Apparently.
Not this one, but I'm gonna get your bottle out. If not tomorrow, go off Saturday, brother.
Oh, no worries. I'm not going to die of thirst or anything.
I got you.
By the way, like I told Gino earlier. Like I
tastes
told
better.
Gino earlier, Mark, I will get y'all's bottles out soon. I just been so busy. I apologize.
And I got you too, Mark.
Oh, cool. Don't worry. I appreciate you, brother.
But anyway,
What else?
let's get back to
Yeah.
let's get on topic tonight. So
You didn't tell us what you were drinking.
yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
you
told you
drank.
I was
No, you
having
didn't.
Oh, yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
didn't.
yeah,
Did David say what he was drinking? Did I miss
Yeah,
that?
I started with the old tub.
Old tub.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the
old
old
tub.
tub. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
really quick. Anybody want to throw any alibis out there of anything we might have missed on somebody drinking something?
Yeah, what are you drinking?
Really? We just went over this.
You had water?
I had water
Yeah,
just a
you
second
had
ago,
water.
but I mean, prior to that, I had the Act 9, Scene 5.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Midwinter
All
Night
right.
Drum.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah, my
And, you know, I
apologies.
like it, but I'll be honest with you. It's one of those ones that I still think has to be almost have to have a fire for, like be standing next to a fire to really open up all the cinnamon and it has very almost like an apple cider.
It's a more of an odd taste. It really
It is. It
It's
is
the same one I
definitely.
tried.
It's not the same one you try. It's the newer
Oh.
bottle that I have, the one I got last year. But anyway, so bourbon prices going up, and for example, I seen one of the, I don't know what it's called. If Jack Frost was on the show, he would know because you have 4 of them probably. But the little bitty versions of the Eagle Rare, I seen one of those this past week for $89. I didn't buy it.
A 375.
What?
Yeah, $375. Thank you.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my Lord, that is crazy.
Somebody will buy it though.
Oh, I know. They had Rock Hill Farms for $600.
Oh, right.
I was like,
What?
no.
I caught that price.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
It
Yeah.
is.
And they had the what was it? The I've been wanting to try the kosher Buffalo Trace, but they had it for like $109, and I was like, I don't think that's even close.
Oh.
So ended up not buying any of them. So, but that kind of takes us to our point tonight. Have we hit that point yet where people are going, you know what? I'm tired of these. And definitely after this past week when Yellowstone decided they were going to have Beth Dutton, I guess that's her name, drink Weller 12. And all week long, man, in the secondary, Weller 12 is pushing $300 in the secondary right now. And you look at it and you're like, this is ridiculous. So where are we at? What's our pulse check?
Well, let me put something on that. So Yellowstone, I dig the show, cool.
I've never
But
seen it. I've been
For
wanting to watch
whatever
it.
reason, Yellowstone is the first show that the Black community has embraced as far as it being like a Western type show. Apparently, in the Black community, it's very, very popular right now.
Oh, you guys just love Kevin Costner.
I mean, listen, you know,
The Bodyguard.
I think he's just listen.
It's related to Whitney Houston. I'm with you.
Listen, my favorite Kevin Costner movie is what is it? No Way Out.
That's my movie.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
I
one.
don't know if I've
That's
seen
fun.
that.
I don't know that I've seen it either. We're gonna have a mandate, David, so you and I can
Yeah.
watch that movie.
that's actually a pretty good movie.
We can sit on the same couch together if you want to.
And being that you guys,
Watch
being
the
that you
See how
are in
fucking
the,
excited he is, by the way. Look at him. He's over there just bubbling. Ooh.
and,
That's
and-
because,
and
We can sit on
because
the
I'm
same couch.
non-binary.
And if I'm not mistaken, he's actually in the Navy in that movie.
Hell
Yes.
yeah, in the Navy. Woohoo!
Yeah. So,
Oh, boy.
but I digress. Let's get to the subject. I don't think
It's just too easy.
I don't
Go.
I don't think that it's gonna stop a certain percentage of people from buying. I think it's gonna kind of create more of a monster. I can and you can't sort of thing. Especially for the people who don't care about developing relationships and just got more money than they got brains or personality for that matter. So I think for those select people, oh, look at what I got with the crotch shots and the whole 9. I don't think it's going to stop them at all. And I think the retailers know it. You know, if that was the case, sales would have slowed down a long time ago. It's Christmas. People are in that mood. Yearly bonuses are coming out, this, that, and the other. listen, I don't think it's going to stop anything. As they say, one monkey don't stop the show.
Well, it's
Not
not.
at all.
It's not the supply or the strategic planning that's caused this. I mean, there is a limited supply, but it's not because of long-term forecasting. What it is the community of bourbon drinkers is exploding. It's becoming very much a fad and very popular. So, and because bourbon has to sit for so long just to become a quality product is the reason why it's there's such a limited supply. So you can say it's supply, but it's not because of the supply. It's because of the explosion of we'll
Popularity.
call it the demand, pretty much the explosion of demand. What?
The popularity.
Yeah, it has. It's really taken on. What was that? 1980s when it was really. Was it 1980s when it was really big? It's kind of following that same roller coaster trajectory. Hopefully, we can make it to the really bad months or bad years, all of the 70s when they were doing disco and stuff, and people get back to that silly ass stuff, and we can all of us bourbon drinkers can rejoice and happiness of having something good again because prices will go back down because it was only less than I remember buying Blanton's $42 per bottle and then buying a case of it at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
That same case today would be over $600 easily.
Yep.
And again, with the popularity of everything, I think you also get that as well. I mean, I understand that everything is more expensive, but brisket and beef short ribs are through the roof, especially on a prime level. But I can remember when I opened up my restaurant back in 2013. I mean, brisket was cheap.
Short ribs are cheap.
It's because brisket is actually a very tough piece of meat. It kind of comes from the upper chest area of the cow. So it wasn't a tenderloin. It wasn't a steak. It was something that had to be literally cooked to death to make it worth anything, But now, I've seen Costco have just a flat for like $80, not even a whole brisket.
Jeez.
I mean, just a flat? Are you shitting me? I'm
That's
like,
rough.
no. Yeah. I mean, of course, I don't buy at that prices when I go, wholesale. But nevertheless, I mean, what they're doing to the consumers is nuts.
Let me ask you this, because I haven't seen. I know that we're transitioning into food now, because we're like gnats and can never stay on task. But one thing I noticed with food is you're right about beef and chicken and turkey specifically. All of that stuff is really, really high. But I've noticed that with seafood, it stayed pretty much the same the whole way. I don't know why that is, but like I go buy a pound of shrimp, same price it was last week. Lobster, $6 a tail. And I'm gonna buy that all day. I mean, that's a great price. You know what I'm saying? Currently, crab is I think it's $23 a pound here in Tennessee.
Crab market's going to shoot through the roof. They had to kill the whole crab season. The whole crab season got shot out of in the North Atlantic.
Not even crabs. A little bit. So with crabs, the population they say went from like 8 million down to 1 million.
Jeez.
Yeah. So they're not there. You can't.
So what you're saying is I need to get it now before it goes up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. If it's cheap now, go load. Because in about 2 weeks, that price is going to go from 23 to probably 75, if not higher.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. That is crazy. Was there any? I mean, I know we're completely off the bourbon topic, but was there anything that caused, like, what
overfishing?
They don't know.
Overfishing.
Oh,
well, and there are some speculations as to there are some warming of the waters up there that may have scared the crabs farther north than they're used to going.
Yes.
So that's one of the things that I was reading about. But I mean, and pricing covers everything, not just bourbon. And I forget what one of my groups that I don't know, may have been all about bourbon or all things bourbon. I don't know.
Yeah, you say that, and I agree with you, but I haven't seen the wine market hit as much. And maybe it's because I don't buy top shelf wine, but I haven't seen that price jump up tremendously.
Yeah, I haven't really paid attention to it though.
What's that?
It might have. Haven't really paid attention to it.
I haven't either.
You may have.
Yeah, I mean, I
just not noticing it.
Right, but again, I don't buy top shelf wine. It's not like my bourbon collection. So,
I'm trying to think. My wife likes the Mondavi bourbon barrel aged Cabernet, and that went up like $3 a bottle here in PA. Which is from like $11.99 to $14.99, $15.99.
Percentage wise, that's a good jump. Yeah,
that's a fairly significant chunk from a percentage standpoint.
Is that the Robert Mondavi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a decent red wine. It's a decent cab especially with it because you get that little bourbon finish to it. So
yeah,
I don't mind drinking that one.
Get some Cooper and Thief.
Well, let me ask you this: what about the rum? The rum circuit, has it went up any?
Not yet.
And then why is that?
I would say just because I think
demand?
I think rum is this way right now. Right, rum is trailing bourbon. I think, but it's coming.
Yeah, I get that, and a lot of it comes down to like product placement and stuff like that. There was one I looked at. I can't remember anymore, but like I watched Blacklist, and it's like any of these celebrity stuff. There, there's with James Spader's character on Blacklist. He's like the big bad guy or whatever, and he's showcasing that he's offering this scotch or this bourbon or recently he had like this rum, and I looked it up. It was like $600 a bottle. I was like, well, it's about to go up from there. Just because it was on the show, and they normally don't show the label. They actually showed the label enough where I could figure out what it was. I was like, yeah, that's going to go up now because he chalked it up on the show.
See, that's an interesting component right there, is when you think about bourbon or drinks or whatever that make appearances, kind of like I was talking about with Yellowstone. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what happened to Blanton's with John Wick.
It's what happened. I mean, Pappy was already going up, but like that show Justified probably put Pappy through the roof, because every time one of those dudes walked into a bar, they would ask for Pappy Van Winkle, like it was just
It's another show
I've never seen. Everybody.
Never seen.
It is a great show. It is a really good show.
It is a really good show.
Hey Jody, we left out Jody. We don't know.
Yeah.
You like modern day gunslingers, basically. So, but no, it was a good show. But anyway, a lot of like the bad guy type characters, they walk in the bar all mysterious and scary or whatever, and they'd stroll right up, and it all took place in Kentucky, and would order Pappy Van Winkle like almost every time.
Well, I know that if you're up in one of the higher class, restaurant, hotels type of things that are up there in Kentucky, you can get Pappy Van Winkle.
Sure.
Almost on demand. I know when I was at that piano bar, and we don't need to rehash that story, in Lexington. It was on the shelf there. So, and that wasn't a high class establishment. So.
Did you open the message yet?
No, I deleted that message. I never looked at
it. Jody and his jump off.
You heard something about free mustache rides?
God, come on, man.
All right, let's get back on track. Chuck, tell us what you think about the hike of bourbon prices.
Right. So we all know that the prices are going up, and keep skyrocketing, and it seems like the distilleries are catching on, and to the pricing as far as the secondary goes, and they're getting their end of it as far as basically cutting almost to the point where the secondaries, you're not really it's basically cut out of it, which is fine. More money for them. So you have products like Midwinter Night's Dram, which I happened to pick up one today, the Act 10 Scene 6, and got it for one hell of a deal. And But basically, they were pricing it at High West for like $175, I believe.
Jeez.
People were allowed to buy one case of each product, and there's the Prisoner,
One
the case of 6 of the Midwinter Night's Drum, the Prisoner, and then there's the Encore. So right now, that is pretty much priced out. And you have other products, say I'm sorry, Elijah Craig 18. You have the other 18 that is
Knob
Jody,
Creek.
Knob Creek 18. That one is pretty pricey. And the thing is, are they actually really worth the prices that we're paying for them? They're getting to that point where you have to make that decision.
Oh, I agree with you there, but I'd rather pay the proprietor than pay the secondary.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're actually at the point where years ago, I could say a few years ago, some of these products, much less priced, price less, excellent product. Now we're looking at 5-year, 6-year. I know that, there's some of these are 18-year, but we're looking at basically 5-6-year products with premium prices on them. Whereas, a few years ago, you wouldn't have seen this. Of course, the flagship products, special releases, limited editions, they're going to have a higher price tag. But are they as good as what they were in the past? I'm going to say no. And the thing is that the whole thing is, I think we've reached the breaking point with some of these prices, a lot of these prices. Are you going to pay next year? Well, no. I guess Knob Creek's probably going to be 21. And what's that price going to be? A couple of years down the road. So, it's possible they do that. Because it seems like they seem to go in threes. 15, 18, probably
12.
21. Yeah, 12. And, it's just to the point where I think we're at that ceiling. We're at that limit. You're going to have people that, like us, that know bourbon, have been drinking for a while. Are we going to really want to pay that much money for it? Can the prices increase any more? And are we going to pay that? I don't think so. I really don't. And you have new bourbon drinkers, that, you have the groups out there where guys like us could say, hey, new bourbon drinkers, nah, you don't want to go down that road, paying that kind of money. Stay back here in this, area of $100, because it seems like we were just talking about a few months ago that $100 was the new normal.
Yeah.
Now we're at $250.
Yeah.
It was just a few months ago. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like right now here, barrel proof Elijah Craig. My guy gave me a deal for it. And so listen to this deal, $89 a bottle. That's not a deal.
Mm.
It's supposed to be
59.
Yeah, 59, 69 would be at a higher point. 89. That's what I paid for.
Yeah.
And where's it going to be the same time next year for the Elijah Craig barrel proof?
On someone else's shelf.
110.
Yeah, 110, 120. But now you have these non-distiller producers out there, that don't even produce any product, and they're just throwing a sticker on a product or bringing, rehashing a new name or an old name from an old brand and putting a good story behind it and pricing them, at, inflated prices. That's another big problem that we're seeing. Are these just, my question is, a lot of these I think are just cash grabs. Some of them are decent, but you have a lot of cash grabs out there.
Yeah,
What in the
I agree with that.
Then there's another question of what are some of the products that are still values, that you could go grab off the shelf and say, yeah, man, this is going to be a solid product. I know it because they have a track record. I can pick this up for $64.99, $59.99.
See, that's the way I was with Bardstown, but then I've noticed recently Bardstown's jumping up in price too. And
yeah, they're up through the roof.
It's like, come on, guys, y'all are killing me too. And that's my favorite right now. It's Bardstown.
A lot of those sit on the shelves now where they didn't, prior.
Yeah. I'm hoping they do a lot like Booker's did. Booker's raised their price.
Yeah.
And then they got to bring it back down.
And had to bring it back down because people weren't buying it. I'm hoping that's what happens. So I haven't been a contributor to it. I just been like, you know what, I'm going to pass on it. I mean, I went to several liquor stores. I passed on everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, also, I think maybe I don't know if it's the distributor or who's doing it, but if you look at a lot of other markets, like the housing market, everywhere else they say the housing market is softening up, but here in South Florida, it's getting worse.
Same here.
Well, it's a different clientele. You have to think about a lot of the people who are coming to that housing market, and same here in Tennessee and many other places like Texas as well. They're coming from places like Washington State, Oregon, or Colorado or California, where the homes are very, very expensive, and they're selling them, and they're coming in with money on top, right? With cash on hand. And so, like, I talk to students about this all the time. When you look at liability versus asset, whenever you go get a loan for a house, whatever that house is, your loan is for, that house has to be worth the same amount. Your asset has to balance out, right? So that's the reason why you have like an appraiser coming out, and they're like, they can either make the deal okay, or they can ruin the entire deal because the house isn't worth it, right? Well, these people that are coming there with cash, they're like, I don't even care what it appraises at. I'm going to pay X amount for this home. And it may appraise for 600 and they're going to buy it for 800 or 900,000.
Right. But what I think is happening is things that are becoming quote unquote a luxury brand, so, watches, houses, certain cars, people are paying a particular number for them over sticker. And I think bourbon is kind of following that same route. And I think they're actually getting to the point to where they're following or shadowing. So they know if you live in this particular area code, you can drive this car, they can charge this price for their products. Rolex does it. A lot of high other designers do it. Louis Vuitton, Hermes, all that kind of stuff. If you're into it, people pay it. I don't care what's going on. There's no way on God's green earth I would let my wife pay $30,000 for a goddamn handbag. I'm sorry. It ain't gonna happen, But I myself am not paying $2,000 for a bottle of bourbon. No, I'm not gonna do it. She wouldn't let me do it, and I wouldn't do it. But again, I think these luxury brands are kind of following behind each other. And I mean, in this economy, you really want to charge somebody $30,000 for a handbag because somebody's gonna buy it. So why not? So why not charge $1,800 for it?
Pay for it. Yeah,
somebody's gonna pay for it.
Well, a lot of that has to do with inflation, and inflation's caused by an oversaturation of available funds in the market and not enough supply to meet the demand. So that's the reason why a lot of that is. And don't get me wrong, there's definitely demographic, geographical marketing that takes place is what you're describing, where you have, like in Franklin, Tennessee, there's a Maserati dealership. You're not going to find that anywhere else in the state of Tennessee. And it's because
I believe there is one.
Yeah, there is. And the reason why there is because there's a certain demographic, geographical area of people that live there that have this social economic status that's the kind of stuff they want to drive. and some of it's just stupid they want to buy. That's beside the point. Because like I will never understand a Maserati or Porsche.
Some people want to know if it
SUV.
really goes 185. Nobody got the reference. Damn. All right.
But you know what, Jody? It's funny that you say that because, and I know South Florida is different, but from West Palm Beach south, or even as far as Orlando south, I can tell you 10 places you can buy a Bentley, a Ferrari, Lambos, even Bugattis. Well, and the crazy thing is here in Miami, especially, nobody's impressed by it. They're so random. They're so out. You drive a Ferrari, it means nothing. We're that jaded.
Reminds me of the Kuwait. I was on R&R in Kuwait, and Kuwait is the country itself is so ridiculous because the people are the actual Kuwaitis are super freaking rich. They've nationalized their oil, and their constituents are not allowed to work. And so they hire third country nationals. And actually, I was talking to a student the other day that's in Kuwait right now, and he's a teacher in Kuwait. He's kind of considered one of those third country nationals, but he's a professional. So he doesn't live over in the hood. But I mean, it is what it is. If you've ever been there, there's like ghettos for these people, right? That come from really, really poor countries and stuff. But they all drive, like, if they get a flat tire on their Lamborghini driving down the road, they just pull over and it stays right there until I guess someone comes and picks it up or whatever. They don't care. They just move on. The things that are considered luxury vehicles there are pickup trucks. If you have a pickup truck, like you might as well be the king of Kuwait. I mean, you are the man. Yep. And it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm with you. I think trucks are sexy too.
You know, an enterprising criminal can make a lot of money over there, is what it sounds like. I'm just saying.
But put it like this: so you guys have a Maserati.
I can change a tire. Dealer. I'm just saying, I can change a tire. I know how to do that.
There's a Maserati dealer like 10 minutes from my house, and you know what else they sell at the Maserati dealership? Hyundais. It's the same dealership. It's the same dealership. Rick Hayes.
That's funny.
It's the same lot. Everything. Maseratis over here. Hyundais over here.
They're segregated. Is that what you're telling me?
They are, but
I thought we got rid of that.
There is also about 15 minutes from me.
Versus Board of Education. Brown versus Board of Education.
There's a 3-story Porsche dealership, a 3-story Lamborghini dealership, Bremen, which runs the car world down in South Florida. I kid you not. You can walk in there and pick up a Bugatti. Like, no, you can have that one. They're like that. Where normally you have to order and customize this car, they're like, no, we got 5 of them. Pick one.
It's crazy.
Now we have here in not in my area, but in the Franklin area, there is like Jaguar, BMW, Porsche. There is a Bentley dealership, and of course Maserati. I don't know if there's I know I see people driving Lamborghinis and Ferraris. I don't know where they get those from in this area. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not a car guy when it comes to those kind of cars. I like old muscle cars, or like a Hellcat today. That would be something I'd be into. Anything else I just don't really care about. I do like some of the Mustangs too. So
here there's a dealership, not a car rental place, and all they rent is exotic cars and luxury cars. So like if you got $1,800, you can rent a Lambo for the day. So I've seen that. People are not impressed by them. They're like, so if you have a classic Mustang though.
Well, you can rent a bird for $1 every 20 something minutes.
Hey, if you drive a Hellcat today, you better have a gun.
So what was it, Bill? If you have a Mustang, a classic Mustang, what happens?
So if you have a classic car, like a real classic muscle car, I kid you not, you go down South Beach, Coconut Grove, they will make somebody with a Ferrari or a Lamborghini move.
They might be the king shit at Turd Island then.
No, I mean, listen, but that's what I'm saying. A classic Mustang down here will shit on any Ferrari or Lambo you can show up with. Because if you got an Aventador Yeah, the maid drives the Aventador because we don't like it. Who cares? You know,
I don't know what an
if
Aventador is, so I apologize.
if you want a Phantom or a Wraith or
All of these
the
things, I don't
Ghost,
know what any of those are.
all those are Rolls Royces.
Oh, okay.
They're like nobody cares. But like if you got a real deal old school 69 Mustang, like really nice classic from bumper to bumper, yeah, you the cat's fucking me out.
The cat's fucking me out.
That's
And
what's
there
up.
you go, boys and girls. We all heard what that's called now.
Yeah.
The cat's
Hey,
it.
so real quick, but before we, I guess, transition to anything else, John, he put
Yeah.
a comment like 20 minutes ago. Wants to know if wife has tried the new Basil Hayden wine finished, or if you have, or if anybody has. I would like to hear
Basil
those takes.
I know that they released one, but I haven't seen it here in PA yet. So
I've seen it. I haven't bought it because it's.
we're still on the dark ride.
I bought
it's
it.
It's a cab finish. Is that the one?
What's your
Cabernet
thoughts on it,
finish?
Chuck?
I think it's
Have you
sherry.
tried it?
Yeah, I tried it. It's okay. I wouldn't, recommend. It's like $50, $49, $50.
It's
I
not
wouldn't.
here. That's like $89 here. That's the reason why I haven't bought it.
I wouldn't go out of my way to get it again.
Yeah, I just don't want to pay 75 for it. I've seen it. I've seen it here for 59, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get it or not.
Isn't there something about Basil Hayden? You're going, but come on, guys, it's Basil Hayden. I don't want to spend that much. Like,
Well, it's 80.
I get that,
It's the
Yeah.
low proof.
and
It's the
that's
low proof.
part of it. The fact that it is lower proof. I still like the toasted a lot.
Oh, I do too.
I don't hate the fact
Yeah, I
that I spent
wasn't,
50
I
on
wasn't
it.
a big fan of the toasted. I thought it was
Yeah.
okay, but
Yeah.
it wasn't anything to like seriously write home about. I thought I was very appreciative that Mr. Cafe 305 sent me one, but
Same.
it wasn't one that it's not like Elijah Craig toasted barrel.
Right, I know
Right.
it's not of the same order, but like
It's a good summertime drink, though.
the low end
Yeah.
of a toasted barrel. Yeah, I thought was decent. Other thing I wanted to, I guess, sort of the topic that I had talked about a little bit before, because it's going to be Thanksgiving next week. We're not going to be here. First of all, for those of you guys viewing, watching, first of all, like, subscribe, hit the little bell so you get the notifications, all the good fun stuff.
Ding, ding,
You
ding,
get
ding.
more of our ridiculous takes on bourbon and everything else. But two things. One, I have a question. This is Turkey Tom. As some of you guys know, I got this as a sort of a costume party prize. And I do butt chug turkey. You see right here, there's a little thing, and it's empty. And I need recommendations on what I can put in here for future butt chugs. One, two, want to know what people, if there's a particular spirit, drink, whatever, or just pour that they were particularly thankful for. And I'll go first on that score. When I was in Pittsburgh, that Liberty Pole that Mr. Rob bought me, it was good to have a friend in Pittsburgh at kind of a tough time. So very thankful for you and for that drink, sir.
Very good. By the way, I would put Wild Turkey 101 in that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Masters.
And it's
Or Long
reasonably
Branch.
priced
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
and it's a good solid whiskey. So yeah.
I had the
Very
same
nice.
idea.
So Wild Turkey 101. What
Mhm.
any other takes
Well,
on it?
I will say this.
Malort's right out before you say it.
No, I don't have a particular bottle that I'm thankful for. I will say, Gino, I don't know if I like you because this new Riff Rye, it's
Mm.
gonna get roughed up. I can tell you that much. Secondly, if I'm thankful for anything, and it's not exactly a bottle, but I'm thankful for you guys for all the love and the support.
Oh, look at the tears come down.
No, listen, just hear me out. I'm a humble guy most of the time. Well, not really, but no. If I'm a listen, I just had a 47th birthday,
Nice.
and I will be the first to tell you I was a little emotional a couple of days before, not in a bad way. I was just very thankful and very happy for everything that's going
That's
on
awesome.
in my life, for the people in my life. It wasn't about gifts or anything like that. I was a little overwhelmed. I was just happy. So I'm thankful for you guys, the education that I get, the brotherhood, the giving each other shit, the love and the support. Because listen, any of you guys live within 5 miles of a grocery store, you can go buy whatever sauce you want. And you guys pay my stupid prices and you wait for it. So listen, I appreciate that. I'll never stop appreciating. That's what I'm thankful for.
Very good.
Awesome,
Very good.
awesome, very nice. Yeah, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
Championship
yeah.
5,
Oh, yeah.
motherfuckers.
My glass is empty, but
I have one question.
Shoot.
Uh-oh.
What are some of the values, basically the product values out there that you guys find, that are still values that are excellent products? What do you see out there?
Big Mustache Company.
Company for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
I
a good
feel
one.
for you fuckers that can't get company. I'm sorry. I feel for you because it's so good.
Yeah.
Well, first off, don't raise your hands like that. Gino, you got a bottle coming, and so does Mark. I just haven't got through the story.
Theoretically.
I mean, in theory and in my thought, and in that box right there, it's in
And
right.
players.
I will say this, even though it's a twist top, the Dewar's Caribbean cast finish,
I tried that.
the price hasn't changed. It's like $20, and every time I get a bottle in 2 days, it's fucking gone. I destroy it,
Okay.
and it has not changed. Always
grab
available,
that.
easy to get, and the price, it's solid.
Yeah, I'll
You
have to
know-
grab one of those.
You can use it for mixing and you don't feel bad about it. You could take it and gift it. You can take it to a party and leave it, and you won't feel bad because it's that good. It really is.
That's
So,
what's up.
yeah.
That is definitely what's up.
Bottom.
Yeah,
I'll do-
Rob, go ahead.
Rebel.
So
Rebel
one thing,
picks.
the Rebel picks.
Yeah.
I similar to Billy, I'm thankful for the guys in this group and the stuff that we all do with each other and been fortunate to meet David, and soon in the future I'm hoping to meet some of the other brothers, whether I travel to them or you guys ever come to my area. It would be cool. As far as bourbon goes, one of the things that I'm finding myself ever more appreciative for, especially to kind of tie into our pricing topic, are locals. PA is really coming around into on their own with local bourbons and ryes and whiskeys, and David had mentioned Liberty Pole Spirits, which is maybe 20 minutes from my house to their distillery, and
That's amazing.
they're putting out some really good stuff right now, and it's aged stuff. It's not stuff that they're putting out in 2 years. They're aging it right. They're doing it out there right. So
I'm gonna have to hit you up about that at some point in the not necessarily near future. I made myself very broke recently, but and we talked about that in the after show. But yeah, man, no, that's good stuff, and I liked it. I liked the it was the peated bourbon,
The peated
I had,
bourbon.
not the rye. I haven't tried that one yet, and I really want to.
I got to work up some boxes for you guys. So I got a few things out there, and that's and when it comes to stuff that pricing that I haven't seen change a whole lot of stuff on it, and I always bring it up, is the Evan Williams
Yeah,
bottled and bond.
always saw it.
That price just has stayed steady between where I am on the States. It's $16.99 to $18.99. Period.
Yeah, I've seen it go up maybe a couple of dollars, but nothing like atrocious.
Yeah, I haven't
Right.
seen it. I
Like
haven't
maybe
seen it
$2
change in my
more.
area. Yeah, that one I haven't seen change in my area, and it's still readily available here.
I had
It's good stuff.
I gifted a 1783 recently to one of my guys here at one of the cigar lounges. I was like, damn, it hadn't had in a while. It was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
It's-
1783.
Yeah, no,
I think Evan Williams is just one of those bourbons that just sits there and flies right under the radar.
Yeah.
It's there, it's
And
good,
it's-
it's quality, but no one pays attention to it.
But a lot of people, I mean, like people like us, we do, and we talk about it. It never quite gets out to the general public. It's really only people in the bourbon.
I just
community
hope it
that
never
know
finds
about
its way on a TV show.
it. They won't because they don't. Yeah, right.
We're screwed if it ever gets on TV.
Yeah, that'll be Rebel 100.
Well, the Ascot talks about it. The Ascot rated.
Well, we need to fucking stuff that ascot down his throat. Shut the hell up, so it
That
doesn't fuck
was
with the price.
that was his number one under $20 bourbon.
Shut the hell up.
Mhm.
Well, I just purchased the Evan Williams 12. What is it? The 12-year.
That red label one.
The red label.
It
Yeah,
just
I'd
hit
like
the
to find
States. I
that.
had to get it from Europe. Fucking heaven.
It's banging.
It is. It's really good.
Well, I'm very congested, so
Mm.
I'm going to bow out. I think the stage
Go
is
Caps.
getting to me tonight. So,
Go
guys,
Caps.
it's been fun. It's been real.
Time.
And
Oh,
we already
just
figured
said
who Chunko and what was it? Fuckface?
No.
Fuckhead.
Fuck
Oh, I
ass.
just wanted to add
Chunko
one
and fuck
thing.
ass.
Yeah, Chunko.
Oh,
and
here's
Fuckface.
somebody comment.
Oh, look at this. Good evening, gents. Haven't been on in a while. Having some birthday pours. My friend sent me. Cheers. Ooh,
Barrel proof.
Barrel
a good
proof.
one right
That's
there.
the nice one.
Happy
That's solid.
birthday.
First time. And
Happy
everything
birthday,
I
yeah.
hope.
Yeah, happy birthday,
It certainly
brother.
is. Happy
birthday,
birthday.
John.
Enjoy it.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for watching, John.
November's the month for birthdays.
Yes,
Damn straight.
indeed.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
It's my mom's
Seriously.
birthday this month. So,
Yeah.
all
Jen's
right, well,
birthday's on Monday.
folks,
Go ahead.
y'all have a good one.
I wanted to add one thing.
Yeah. What's up?
Chuck.
Just wanted to say I'm thankful for my family, you all especially. I consider you part of my family, and I appreciate everyone. And as far as the bourbons go, I think the legacy products, Evan Williams, Wild Turkey, Jim Beam, all the stuff that nobody's really looking at. Everybody's looking at the higher tiered stuff, the Blue Runs, the Midwinter Nights Drums, all that stuff. Look low, because that's where it's at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And don't feel bad about it.
Evan
Below
Williams
the
Green
belt.
Label. Thank
All
you
right.
again, David.
Boys knows what's up. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have a good
Evan
one.
Williams
Love
Yeah.
y'all.
Alrighty.
And again, no show next week, so we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Happy Thanksgiving.
What's up?
Happy Thanksgiving,
Green. Happy
everyone.
Thanksgiving,
Yes.
fellas.
All y'all.
Happy
Save me some
Thanksgiving.
cake and pie, damn it. Leg.